So, here what's going on with Kaisa next patch. So if you didn't see already, there is a really big change that happened for next patch. Statikk is getting changed, the price is going down to 2.7k, the AD is going down to 45, the attack speed is going down to 30%, and the passive has been changed. So when you go on PvE, normally before the Statikk passive would activate on the death of a minion. Here it's 3 stacks, you have 3 stacks, and it will clear the wave, and then it goes in cooldown, basically. So basically the same thing, it's wave clear like before. But the biggest change is the fact that we lost Evolution. Now level 9, if you go Statikk plus pickaxe, doesn't give you Evolution. That is a pretty big change because Statikk is Kaisa most popular item, and now the main reason why we go for Statikk, which is for Evolution, isn't anymore in the game next patch. We don't get Evolution at level 9 with Statikk. You could still get Evolution if you went for a call, for example, but being forced to buy a call every single game to get Evolution is not viable whatsoever. So it's totally possible that next patch Statikk is dead on Kaisa. Actually, maybe the new passive can help even if you don't have Evolution, but I need to test it on PvE, so we'll see. The new item though that will help Kaisa get Evolution is Tal. Tal has also received a change. The AD is down to 50, attack, now we have 28% attack speed, you have 25% crit, and you have a HB passive on Tal. Basically, when you attack someone, you have 3% more attack speed for 4 seconds, which is actually pretty nice. So yes, Tal is now the only item in the game that gives you both attack speed and AD, and gives you Evolution. And since it has a BF sword, what you can also do is you can do BF sword, pickaxe, and longsword. This gives you Evolution, then you finish your Tal, and then you can go for RB and Nasher for unhit, or Terminus if you want to. And since Tal is a crit item, you can also go for pickaxe, and then you go for Phantom Dancer, and then you get IE. There you go. So yes, next patch, crit Kaisa can come back into the game. In terms of damage, it looks like we're pretty good. Like Tal does a lot of damage and is actually a pretty strong item on its own. But the biggest issue with Tal itself is the build path. The build pass has a BF sword. Now that's an issue. Because BF sword is super expensive to buy, and being forced to buy BF sword in a lane every game is not fun. If you're fed, that's fine. But if you're not fed, if you're behind, if you're facing a Kidlin and you're behind, you might be forced to back. You don't have 1.2k gold, and you buy nothing and you come back into the lane without buying a single item because you need to wait until you can buy your BF sword. So yes, it can be a bit annoying. There we go. Obviously, next patch you can also go for Kraken Slayer. That also works fine. It's probably gonna be your best option for unhit Kaisa. Kraken Slayer into Rage Blade, into Nasher or Terminus. That works fine. So yeah, there we go. The big change is that maybe next patch Statikk is dead, and we replace Statikk with Tal. That's it. There we go. Now, with all that said, this is still a nerf. This is still a nerf. I tested things, it's still a nerf. Because even if Tal gives you the damage, it doesn't give you the comfort of Statikk. The reason why we built Statikk in the first place was because the comfort it gives. It gives you, it's cheap to buy, it gives you wave clear and a fast evolution. And a really comfortable dual pass. When you're facing a Kidlin, a Locke, a Senna, a Varus, an Ashe, having Statikk allows you to farm safely, get to mid-game, get Rage Blade, and start doing damage with your team. So it allows you to leave lane without being too much under pressure or too behind when you have a difficult matchup. Tal gives you Evolution, but it doesn't give you the comfort. It has a way worse dual pass and has no wave clear. That means that if Yuntal is the default item on Kaisa, well, the lane phase will feel horrible because now you're forced to buy a BF sword. And that's not going to be fun into a Caitlyn, into an Ashe, into a Senna. There we go. So even if yes, in terms of damage, it's not that bad. In terms of quality of life, in terms of comfort, it's a nerf. There we go. That's why I'm saying it's a back-to-back nerf. Because you're gonna feel it's gonna be more painful to play the champion next patch, even if the damage will be a bit better, technically. So there we go. Basically. And yeah, obviously one last thing is that these changes are not official. Obviously, we still need to wait for the patch preview to come out in 1 week, and to see if these are the actual changes. But yeah, there we go. And yeah, there we go, chat. That's pretty much all there is to know about the next patch for now. What we have. So yeah, there's most likely gonna be more variation of Yuntal. Obviously, most likely there's gonna be more variation. I think this might be like a Yuntal Kraken Slayer maybe, but like, yeah, no matter the way you look at it, it's a nerf. It's a small quality of life nerf, but still a nerf. So yeah, there we go. The one last thing I think we can say about Yuntal is that the problem is that if this item is actually really strong on ADCs, it will get nerfed. Because again, this is a crit item. Kaisa is not a crit champion. She's not a crit champion. She's an unhit champion. So if this is our best and it's actually OP, it will get nerfed. Because crit champions like Jinx, Sivir, Xayah will abuse it, Red will nerf it, and since this is our only option right now, we'll get nerfed. So yeah, there we go. And that's it.